Assalamu alaikum ji. I am here with another video. It was requested to make a video using the counters. The counter, the basically purpose of this video is as many as counters you have, the more numbers you can make. And these are called manipulative. Manipulative means that the same counter, sometimes you are going to make it 1, sometimes you are going to make it 10. So this place you can see, this is called place value bakers, and if the counter is kept at ones place, it will make 1. If the counter is kept at tens place, it is going to make the tens. So if we have one counter and we place this counter at ones place, it will make number 1. So this is the place where I'm going to note down the numbers which I'm going to make here on the base 10, the place value of bakers. So this is number 1, so I put here 1. Then I'm going to make another number, so I'm going to put it at tens place. So when I put it at tens place, what does it represent? It represents tens. So my next number which I have made is 10. Now if I have two counters, how many numbers I can make? So see, now I have two counters. So first of all, I'm going to put these counters at ones place, both of the counters. So when I put the counters at ones place, it makes number 1 and 2. So my number is, so I made number 2. Now I am going to put one counter at tens place and one counter at ones place. So when it is at ones place, it makes 1, and when one counter is at tens place, it makes 10, and 1, it makes 11. So when we have 1 10 and 1 1, it makes 11. Now I am going to put both of the counters at tens place. So now see, there is 0 1 and 2 tens. And when we have 2 tens, what does it make? It makes 2 and 0 20. Now let's move towards the 3 counters. Now if I have 3 counters, so how many numbers I can make? So let's try out. So first of all, I'll put all the numbers at all the counters at ones place. So when the counters at ones place, what does the first number we can see on the screen? 1, 2 and 3. So it makes 3. Now let's try out, put one number at tens place. So what does it represent now? It represents 1 10 and 2 ones. So it makes 10 and 2 12. So which is the number I have? 12. Now let's put two counters at tens place and one counter at ones place. So what does it make? 2 tens and 1 1. That means 21. So my next number would be 21. Now let's try out, put all the counters at tens place. So how many tens we can see on the screen? 10, 20 and 30. And how many ones are there? 0. So we know that in 30 there are 3 tens and 0 1. So I make the next number, that is 30. Okay, now let's try out with 4 numbers. So first of all, I put all the ones at ones place. So we all know that when the ones are at ones place, so what does it make? It makes how many? 4. So this number is 4. Now I move one counter to tens place. So when it is at 10 place, what does it show? It shows 110. So there is 110 and 3 ones. So what does that make? It makes 13. So now I put two counters at tens place and it is going to represent 22. So here I see 22. Now let's move another counter towards tens place. So now I can see three counters at tens place and that makes 10, 20, 30. So it makes 31. 31. Now the final counter I have moved towards tens place and now I can see 10, 20, 30 and 40. So which number I can see here? That is 40. So here are the final numbers and now you can see if there is a one counter. So look at the numbers which I have made from one counter, that is 1 and 10. And then if you can see two numbers, the numbers which are made, these are 2, 11 and 20. And then with three counters, numbers are 3, 12, 21, 30. So what we can see here, and these are the questions which we do ask the students. You can ask your children, you can ask your students like, what do you notice? So there is a common pattern can be seen. Actually there are two common patterns which can be seen. The first one is that if the number is 1, the sum of the numbers which are going to made with the counters, their sum is going to be the same. Like one counter, the sum of 10 is 1. If there are two counters, the sum of 11 and 20, like 1 and 1 makes 2, 2 and 0 makes 2. And if it is 3, so look, the sum of 2 and 1 is 3 and 1 and 2 is 3. And if we take the example of 4, you can see the number 13, 3 and 1 makes 4, 2 and 2 makes 4, 3 and 1 makes 4. So the second pattern which you can see is if there is one counter, you can make two numbers out of that. If there are two counters, you can make three numbers out of that. If there are three counters, you can make four numbers. And similarly, if there are four counters, you can make five numbers out of that. So isn't it easy and interesting? Try it out and give me your feedback. Thank you.